We lost power last night for about 5 hours. So that meant that our backup sump pump needed to kick in so that the basement wouldn't flood. But the backup pump died. Now, we had just replaced the battery, but apparently even a new battery won't work if you have a dead pump. So this guy Bryce comes to replace the pump, and he's telling me that they'd received another call from a guy in a similar situation, and they were asking this man questions about, the age of his home and his address, his maintenance agreement, and the man said, "You asked too many questions," and he hung up. I thought, why would he do that? But then I realized, we all can kind of have a tendency to do the same thing. We have a problem, we reach out for some help, but we can get a little impatient, maybe even testy if people start in with questions. Maybe it's because we think we don't know the answer to the question, or we know the answer, but we don't want to admit it. Or we just think that question isn't relevant. Maybe that's what the guy thought, that the questions that they were asking didn't really matter. But he failed to realize something really important, that as the person closest to the problem, he had some information that really could have helped with solving the problem. And that truth, that the people closest to a problem can oftentimes help solve a problem, is one of the reasons that I love facilitating the leadership game with a team. Because the game is all about questions that get people thinking and discussing different problems. People who are allowed to think and given the opportunity to solve problems, they're really the power behind any company or organization or team. And if a leader thinks that, spending time playing a game is a waste of time and money, they're missing a very important point. Because if you don't allow that question, discussion of your team, who's the power, to happen, it's a little like having that power, but plugging it into a dead pump. Do that long enough, and your basement will flood, costing you even more in time and money. That's my perspective this Friday. I'm Amy Barg, living large, and feeling so grateful that our basement did not flood. Let me know when you're ready to plug your team in for a play of the leadership game.